So, how can the openness and transparency of the government measured, and can it be audited? We at the Accounts Chamber believe it can. We actually launched a special project in 2019. This is the auditing report on openness of the government. So every year we survey together with experts how open are the public bodies, namely ministries and agencies. We have created our own methodology. It consists of several components, and it fully corresponds to how OECD understands openness of the government. So the first component is about the openness of information. We analyze how open is the information of the agencies on their websites. Secondly, we measure how openly and clear do agencies respond to the citizens' requests and letters and questions. For this, we employ a technique of a secret buyer. One person or organization writes the same question to all the agencies. We receive this information and we measure all the criteria that we have for this, like if it is clear, if it is within the term limits, because there is a limit of how many days the agency must devote to this reply, and so on. And thirdly, we analyze the reaction of agencies to the journalists' requests. The second component is open data. We measure the agencies' data sets, publications on their websites, and how qualitative these data sets are. If it is formal, the mark will be poor. If it's really beneficial, if it is really done for the public's sake, the mark is high. And the third component is open dialogue. And under this component, we measure two parameters. First, we measure social media activities of agencies, whether their accounts in social media are clear, whether they engage with the public there, whether they try to reply to the questions public asks, and so on. And secondly, it's about the public advisory councils of the agencies. Every agency in Russia has a public advisory council, and we and our experts assess their openness and transparency on more than 30 criteria, which shows whether these public advisory councils are actually effective or not. So, what were the results of our rankings? In 2019 and even 2020, the rankings were not really good, I would say. There are few agencies that could be named open enough. In the year 2020, only 3 agencies received good marks, well, excellent marks, and were labeled as agencies with high openness. After our work in 2020, we spent a lot of time talking to the officials from all these agencies. We had a lot of methodological seminars. We held a number of consultations explaining why we measure this and that, and so on. We also tried to explain what all these people, all these public officials should have done to improve. And in the year 2021, we saw, well, actually, a very good dynamic. Not 3, but 21 agencies became the agency with high level of openness. And the number of those agencies with low level of openness decreased dramatically. There were even 3 agencies that received the highest ranking, AAA, A on every component. We believe that this somehow nudged the public officials and the public bodies and state agencies to be more open, to be more transparent, and more efficient in their communication and dialogue with the public. Nudging to the good governance is one of the ideas we discussed in Moscow during the Congress, in Moscow Declaration, and I believe this is a good example that you could employ. Our methodology is open to everyone, and you could actually try to assess how open is your government.